Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you, and welcome to another Matchmaking Academy, where you are the star for all the wrong reasons. This time, the demo is sent by Jeppy Jepp. This player here is a Silver Elite Master. That's here. So this is like a lower levels player. This is a beginning player. So keep that in mind while watching this. Most of this is just going to be a collection of very simple tips for a new player to help him improve his game. So don't get too, I mean, we were all new once, we were all noobs, we know what it's like, and yeah, check out this round. Don't be rude, don't yell things at Jeppy Jepp, poor guy. Brave enough to send this demo in order to learn how to improve and get better at Counter-Strike. Oh no, where was he shooting? What was he doing? Alright, so we're back at the start of this round. Let's look at some tips we can give him here and what went wrong there. A lot of times at this level, it's going to be difficult to communicate with your team and play well as a team. You may want to do very simple things like go together, buy together, and just focus on that. Pretty much buying together and going the same bomb site, sort of same sort of way at this level of play. So as you can see, they're kind of doing a split A. You have three players trying to take long A. Jeppy, right there, he stands here way too long. If there was someone watching middle, he could get killed very easily. And there actually isn't someone watching middle. He moves back there. So if Jeppy was sort of standing there, and I mean, the thing I like about Jeppy Jepp and what I've watched and what you'll see throughout this is that he's very deliberate with his actions. He's a very slow player. He doesn't have very good reflexes. But that, of course, can be trained. That, of course, can be improved. He tap shoots nearly everything. He doesn't full-out spray. It's very interesting to watch. He burst fires. Which is good for a beginner. That's sort of what you need to be doing at this level of play, is getting your muscle memory down. So let's look at what goes wrong here with his peek. He's about to peek this player. Check out his crosshair placement as he goes around the corner. Very low, flies up, goes way left and not able to hit it. So that was all crosshair placement. Let me hop in game and just show you a little bit about that. So here we are on Dust 2. Let me just show you how I take short. First thing is you have to have that smoke down middle. Then, you saw the player throw the pre-nade through the door. Not really going to help. Instead, try this flash. Once you have that smoke down, a player could still be up here. There could still be an opper looking above that smoke. So be careful when you jump out. You could jump out like that. Throw them off. I always flash through middle. Turn to avoid it. Then you get up here and you're safe. Players through middle not able to hit him. We saw Jeppy Jepp just sort of walk through middle like this. Maybe look there. It's dangerous. When he gets to this point, there could be a player here close on short. You gotta start watching, but you gotta move quickly because a player from here or even pushing through B lower could get you. This is a dangerous spot, so you have to get through here pretty quickly. First place to keep your crosshair is at head level, where the enemy may be. He may be right around this corner. He may be right there in the corner waiting for you here. Make sure you look here on the right as you come around the corner. Flip back. Look at pit. Players very, very commonly sit right here and pop out and shoot when they think you're coming like that. You need to keep your crosshair looking at all these spots. Next spot is right there. Next spot, you guessed it, it's going to be right there. There's a box right here. So I'm going to flip up like that and look at the headshot position here. Players usually look through that little thing, so you got to be able to see them. Just a little pixel of a bad guy through that pipe. Moving across, scan it, look to the left, look to the left. As you come up here, player could be crouching behind that or up in the corner. So you got to check those spots like this very quickly. Keep your crosshair where you think the enemies are going to be. Could be a player behind those boxes. You're moving forward, and this is where he made his mistake. As he went around the corner, he had his crosshair like here. Look, that's way low. He'll be shooting at the guy's feet. I think he was even lower than that. So as soon as he saw the guy, he flipped up and he went a little bit past him because he sort of panicked with his look. You need to keep it. You need to have an image of, okay, memorize this image right here. That needs to be in your brain before you peek. You need to memorize how these maps work. So when you come around the corner, you can be pointing your crosshair exactly where the head of the enemy is going to come from. So there's more to look at, obviously, as you push forward here as well. Headshot box right there. Could be a player right there. More than likely going to be there, though. Next spot right there. Players could also be there. Next spot there. Could also be players there. Some people like to jump up there for some reason. A little bit further, right there. So make sure to keep your crosshair where enemies are going to be at head level so you can quickly peek them like that so that you don't even have to move the crosshair. He moved out like this. He was like, oh gosh, oh bad guy. You need to just be like, boom. Oh, I don't even have to move. Oh, he's dead. Look at that. I win. Game over. GG. All right, let's hop back into the demo. All right, this round 3-1 here for Jeppy. This team makes a huge mistake. Check out the money that they have. 3 of their players have enough to buy. Axes and Jeppy both don't really have enough to buy. However, they're going to make the decision to buy on this round as a team. Keep close attention to what they buy here as I resume it. As you can see, in your mind as a player, you know what they should be buying, right? At least you should have a good idea. So they're going to buy... Got an AK. Axis actually is able to buy nicely. And... as you can see, very, very strange buy from this team. Alright, so let's go through the list here. Survival had enough to purchase armor and a helmet. He does not have armor and a helmet. He has the AK, though. Ancorn had enough to buy an AK-47 and a helmet. He buys a Tech 9. This is just a big question mark. Tech 9 is not a good weapon. It's not very useful in any situation. They're going up against buying players. 2 of them actually have AUGs. Very powerful weapons here. This, I don't know. Aneki buys the SG. Is a very expensive weapon. AK-47 is good enough. Same thing with the AUGs over here. So, let's put X's over things. Yeah. Axes, able to buy an AK-47, no armor and helmet. It may have been a better idea to prioritize the armor and helmet and purchase an appropriate pistol or an eco weapon to use. Because buying an AK-47 with no armor and helmet, as you can see, there's FAMAS, there's AUG, there's M4. These things are gonna kill him. Was a microwave done? Oh, laundry, never mind. These things are gonna kill him very fast without armor and a helmet. He has to get a perfect shot with that AK-47. I don't think he's gonna be able to accomplish that. So let's go finally to our Jeppy, the man, the legend, the hero of our demo. He purchased armor with no helmet, and he continues to play with a Glock, not making that up. So, what's wrong with that? Well, Glock's so bad. When you're going up against armored players with helmets, the Glock is going to be completely useless. There's no reason to use this. He had the money to purchase an armor and a helmet, which is a must-have when you're going up against counter-terrorists, because their weapons are not one-hit kills to the head when you have armor. So you need to have a helmet. Jeppy should have bought armor and a helmet and an eco pistol. Glock is going to do nothing against armored opponents. Little to no damage. He needed to buy one of the eco pistols, which could be the CZ, the auto pistol. It could be the P250, both of which cost $300. Very cheap. No reason to buy the Tech 9. He should have bought the P250 or the CZ, whichever he had equipped. So, I mean, they actually do end up winning this round, surprisingly. But, yeah, just a little bit about buying there. All right, round 4-3 here. Our man Jeppy continues to use the Glock. No, actually, he's got the AK-47. So this round looked like it was going to be an owl vision, because Jeppy's doing a good job. One of his teammates gets killed lower. He's watching lower. That's what he should be doing at this point. He's creeping up on this P90 player, and he catches him off guard. Same thing with the crosshair placement, though. But he is able to catch him off guard and get that headshot with a very deliberate shot. Now all the counter-terrorists are moving in to take these players out who are still B. He can hear them. He is able to take that frag. So this is where he makes his mistake. He's engaging this player. He was reloading when he jumped up here. He shouldn't have. You need to take cover when you reload. All right? Then the big mistake happens just now. He jumps down while reloading and charges these players, and rightfully dies. So the reason you don't do that, the reason you shouldn't charge players like that, when you jump, when you're in air and you land, you're not going to be very accurate when you hit the ground. You're going to be super inaccurate. So it doesn't make sense to do that. If you get a pick like that, no reason to continue to aggress them. You can pull back and try to take better position. As we can see, he had one teammate left here. That was going to be Mr. Survival. If he fell back, he would have had a chance with Mr. Survival to take bomb site B, because there's only one player to deal with. This guy, with his auto sniper. He could have been watching the window and helping this guy plant. Instead, he charged forward and died. I mean, even if he traded, it wouldn't have been a good situation for him. So, when you grab a pick, Don't just think that you're on a roll, you should continue the momentum and push. You should fall back and regroup, because counter-terrorists now know where you are, and they're going to be watching it. They're going to be ready for you. Those players inside of lower B, they knew that he was there. They were ready for him. So he should have just fell back. So we've shown what not to do. That's no fun. Let's get an owl vision. Big thanks for sending this in. You are brave. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.